welcome to the Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment and the sports capital of the world. Well, today we have two individuals that are very super special. We have a gentleman by the name of Jurgen Steppel, who's a retired United Airlines pilot, just retired a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And we have Greg Pajardo.
Yes.
Greg Pajardo. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Now, Shelly, my co-host, she's unbelievable. Shelly's been with me for a little over a year now. We've been doing this show for over 8 years. Remember that 8 years is a long time. For a lot of individuals out there, I'm very proud to do this. You know, I never had a sponsor. I just love doing this to help out in the community. You know, nothing goes in my pocket, just helping people out. We just so nice. You know about that, about helping people out. You've had a little background in your past, Greg. You had some issues in the past, but now you're in the water business. You get people back to life.
Yes.
Sober. Tell us a little bit about being sober.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for having me on the show. As you stated, I created a brand called Sober H2O, and the reason why I started the brand was because I was a former addict, and I wanted to be able to help other people get through treatment and recovery. So a large percentage of the proceeds go towards people being able to get into treatment.
Now, what happened? You were in the Air Force before your military, man.
Yes.
You became an addict while you were in the service?
No, after. When I got out of the military, I went into the automobile industry. I sold cars, managed car dealership, and in the 80s and 89, right around that time, the cocaine epidemic happened, and I got caught up in all that. So for the next 7 years, I was a full-blown addict.
Yeah, so now you're back to normal now.
Yes.
Thank God. People out there.
Yes.
Well, talking about being normal and helping people out there, our dear friend here, Jurgen Steppel, who's retired.
Yes, thank you.
United Airlines pilot, 37 years.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Now, you tell me a little bit about your ups and downs in your life.
Well, you know, I had a good childhood, okay, and I always had a passion for airplanes and so forth, and I was introduced basically by on my father's side. We used to go across the Atlantic all the time, not all the time, but every 2 years to see that side of the family. Right. So, you know, back in those days, a kid could walk in, they leave the cockpit doors open in a DC-6 or whatever it was, you know, and I started just at a young age liking what they did, you know. So life went through, and then I, you know, started music and sports and all that, but that was always in the back of my mind.
So were you what do you call him, like to fly? I mean, there was a Superman. You always be flying, and you said, I can't fly like him, but I want to fly a plane, right?
Yeah, basically. And I used to, you know, build models and kites and all that, and try to figure out and read a lot of material early in life. And I think that gave me an
idea to get...
actually a push even more to pursue this as a career. And here I am, 65 years old, and, you know...
65 years young.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
so now you started as a pilot. When you started, tell me a little bit how you started as a pilot.
Okay. Back in 1978, 79, I got my first certificate, which is a private pilot license, okay? Then you transition. If you want to continue as a career, you need to get additional ratings, in other words, licenses, okay? So there's a commercial, then an instrument rating where you can fly in the weather blind, you know, they say blind, but it's on instruments, you know, when you cannot see the horizon or the ground or the sky. Then after that, I got my certified flight instructor certificate. I did that for a while, and I was fortunate enough to have done a charter, having not flown too many hours as a flight instructor or given flight instruction, and this guy hired me to fly his corporate airplanes, okay? So I started that progression in corporate aviation. Eventually, I went to Eastern, like we spoke, for a very short time. I saw the trouble coming there, unfortunately, and United was, you know, hired me, and I've been there since then, you know. So in the airline business, you start obviously at the bottom of the seniority list. Right. You work yourself up, and that, you know, guys, my friends there, before I left the building there in San Francisco, hey, we're moving a number up. Yeah, you are, because, you know, I'm out. But, so, yeah, and then you depending on seniority, you bid different equipment, and I think I can safely say I've flown almost every airplane United has had,
Wow.
in one capacity or another. And my last one was a 777, 5 years in that thing, and.
You used to fly a lot to international in
Yes,
Germany?
Yeah, pretty much, and Asia as
Asia
well.
too?
Yeah, I went to South America a couple of times, delivering vaccines during COVID.
Uh-huh.
I did that to Sao Paulo, from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did a couple of times, and but primarily Europe because that's where my other side of the family is, And but I also like Asia,
Now that you retired, we're going to come back to this topic we're talking about.
Yeah.
But now that you're retired, have you been thinking about becoming a certified pilot instructor?
There are opportunities here at the airport. There's there's one that a couple of colleagues of mine after retirement entered as instructors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go and apply, and provided you pass the requisites and the interview and all that, they hire you.
Yeah.
Okay, so they send you to school on the particular airplane you're gonna teach on, and that's about between a 4 to 6 week course. Yeah, and then you get what we call a type rating. You get licensed by the government, the FAA, and then you go through another I'm not quite sure what you do after that, but you got to go through another additional training to start teaching.
Okay, now you were there's grades as a pilot. Now you have a co-pilot and a captain. When do you become a captain?
Well, you become seniority pretty much dictates your life in the airline business. Okay, so some people elect, even though they have the seniority. I've flown with senior first officers. They co-pilots was the old term. Now it's first officer. Captain and first officer, and but we still use co-pilot as well. But I've flown with guys in the right seat that are senior to me, but they elect for whatever reason to remain in there because it's a better schedule. They're more senior in that category. They have other businesses,
More responsibilities, yeah.
The buck stops with me, basically. I mean, it's a concerted responsibility.
Okay, now when you have the uniform and you got the stripes here and the little dash here, can you tell us a little bit what that represents? The uniform?
With 4 is a captain and 3 is the first officer.
Okay, so you was first officer and the 3 is the guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now Shelly was she was a flight attendant.
We've talked about this,
with Pan Am Airlines. Shelly, you were Pan Am Airlines. What years? How many years?
79 I started, 1979. I did it for 6 years until I met my husband, Wesley. We started performing together because before I became a flight attendant, I did Broadway musicals. But, I lived in Philly and born Jersey and worked in New York, and so I wanted to see more of the world than just the tri-state area. So I said, what can I do and see the world for free? Oh, I know, I'll apply to be a flight attendant. So I applied with both Eastern and Pan Am, but I knew Pan Am was like going to different places around the world. I was like, okay, that's the one for me. So too bad we could never fly together.
Now for you viewers out there watching the show, her husband Wesley was playing the original singer with the Stylistics and the Commodores back in the Motown days, back in the 70s, 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Right, and they perform at Lola's every Saturday night from 6 to 10 p.m., right? Correct?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, you've been there for at least 6-7 years already.
Yeah, and that's where we met Jurgen, and come to find out, Jurgen is an awesome percussion player.
Oh, he can play. We're talking about a percussion player. My friend had, he's amazing. We have a little clip of him last Saturday night. I filmed it myself. And we had a little bit of that. Maybe Ricky showed us a little bit of the... You got the rhythm too. Not only you fly high, but you fly low too, right? I mean, you really got it all together, buddy.
Well, I don't know, but
Where do you get the rhythm of it?
it runs in the family.
Do you do it in the cockpit?
I have been known to, yeah, I have, you know.
So tell me,
But I don't get wild there, you know.
How did it happen? How did you start with that music?
My mom, when she was young, she was musically inclined, and she did dance and all that. And then two of her brothers, one eventually ended up being actually a professional.
Okay.
And my uncle Edgar, and he was always a percussionist, you know, a drum player, a conga player, a timbale player, and all that. So I would listen to him, and now mind you, this instrument that I'm playing, the cajon, it's called the cajon. I just picked it up because I sold my drum set in California. Yeah, to a guy, a studio musician that wanted it in Hollywood. Yeah,
that wasn't Tito Puente, was it?
But no, but I had timbales too.
Oh, timbales.
Yeah,
Right.
and congas and all that. Never really got too good on the congas, you know. And although I watch a million videos, but for some reason that one came hard. But so I said, what do? I like to keep a beat, you know.
And there's a little Hispanic heritage in your back, in your family.
That is also true. Yes, my mom, the salsa, and you know that whole thing.
She was originally from
in Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Yeah.
That was a great fighter. Alexis Arguello.
Alexis Arguello, yeah.
He was a great lightweight champion,
Yes,
one
he
of the
was.
greatest of all time.
Yes, he was.
People saying whether the him or Roberto Duran,
Yeah.
I don't know, really close.
Yeah. I remember watching some fights, and I think I asked you one time if you had refereed, but you knew the name.
I knew him personally, but I never refereed his fight.
Yeah.
I refereed Roberto Duran like 4 times, but not Alexis Arguello.
Okay.
Shelly, now your husband, you've been playing for, what, 20 years already or more? 25 years?
Probably more, yeah. Probably since like 1984, I think we started out. Yeah, so it's been a while. It's been a while. But when we did cruise ships for 23 years, and whenever we were home on vacation, we would always perform at Lola's because it was right down the street from our house. So, we'd always end up there. And then after COVID hit and the cruise ships, kind of died out a little bit, then that's when we started working there more often.
She was talking about the ship going down. I said, were you under the Titanic?
Oh, my Lord. Joe never stopped.
For you viewers out there, that was in 1912. I remember because my mother was born that year.
Wow.
She rest in peace, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of which, I have to shout out to everybody that was in the video with Jurgen just now. I saw TJ there. Colleen was there, and they're like every week dancing to Jurgen's beats and stuff.
This is a special week. Happy Thanksgiving for everybody out there. On behalf of all 4 of us there.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. We wish you the best. Thanksgiving is a good time to get together with friends and family members, but you also have to give a helping hand. And Greg, that's where you come in. You help out people out there now. You're out there pushing for individuals because not only because of the war is just is a little part or like a torch of what you've accomplished in life. Yes. You accomplish a lot after you recover. The Air Force helped you out with the medical treatment that you went with the rehab place for about a year, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so now tell us now, what can you tell our viewers out there to get them on the right track? Those are probably suffering a little bit of addiction.
Yeah, addiction is a very, very hard thing. Some of us have family members or friends, or they may have someone in their lives who is suffering. And the thing that really needs to happen more than anything else is that the person has to want recovery. Mm-hmm. And my story is when you hit rock bottom, which most people do hit rock bottom, and then they determine, okay, I got to get good.
There's only one way from rock bottom. Back up.
Okay, that may be true, but there's also, when you hit rock bottom, sometimes there's a trap door, so you can fall even further.
Oh, really?
And then that's when people really hit their rock bottom.
Is that when you go 6 feet under?
Sometimes. Sometimes
not rock bottom. Okay, yeah. Lower than that.
That's right.
Okay. So now you got individuals out there. You're helping individuals out there by you going out. You're promoting your water, your sober H2O, yes, which is good. There's nothing special in here other than just giving back. You want to pay back for what they have done for you. So you say, I got to do something to get myself more involved in business. I want to do something positive in my life, and that's what you're doing these days. That's but you're also talking to individuals out there how not to get involved with addictions. What can you tell the individuals not getting involved with addictions?
Well, the biggest challenge for anyone, including myself, when I did get sober and clean, was I had to do some inside work. A lot of times we look for the answers outside of us, whether it's alcohol, drugs, money, gambling, whatever it is. But the reality is that all the answers that we are searching for are inside of ourselves. So if you can take some time and just be by yourself and determine what it is you really want out of life, that's where the journey begins.
Okay, now, if somebody wants to get some help, they need some help, where can they reach you or get information about what you're doing?
Our website is soberh2o.com, and my direct email is sales@soberh2o.com. And you can send me an email there, and I can point you the right direction to a treatment center or halfway house.
Yeah, and so you're willing to give the information to individuals out there that really need it.
Yes.
Because you went through it and you made it. So you say, if I did it, you can do it too, right?
Amen.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
And the name of the water is absolutely fabulous too, because if you're talking to a person who is recovering and they pick this up and they see it, it's going to stay inside of them, you know.
It's a reminder.
Yeah, and they'll feel proud of themselves.
You know, this water may be good for the fighters.
Right.
When they come back to that corner, they give them that water.
Sober up.
So
Yeah.
they can get you back if you're ready to go.
That's right.
That'd be good for not only boxing, but all athletes. Water like Sober H2O will be great for them to take, so keep them to get them back on their feet.
Yes.
So you keep going down, you keep going up with the water.
That's right.
And it's like growing, like you put it in the plant, and the tree grows. Then you have to see your body. You drink this water, you grow to be a different person, a better person, right?
Amen.
Just
Thank
like you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Jurgen, now tell me a little bit more about your flying days. I mean, 37 years flying is not just a couple of days, not a couple of months.
No.
Not a couple of years, a lot of years, 37.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, when you're having fun, as I did, it's a beautiful career, really. But it's beautiful on the individual side, but it also can be a problem if you have a family, because you're gone on, holidays and missed birthdays and so forth. But in my case, I mean, it worked out okay. So the last thing I want to say is how quick this retirement came.
Yeah.
Because, my God, it seems like just 2 years ago they hired me.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
And, and then I guess a lot of it is, just the type of lifestyle you lead. You wake up at weird hours of the evening in some foreign country, cross 15 time zones. Well, and that, kind of ages you in a bit, but then again, it makes time pass quick.
Yeah, time pass quick. Now, talking about time pass quick, sometimes we're in that plane, all of a sudden, you get a turbulence.
Yeah.
And the plane starts going, the time doesn't go too quick. It seems like it's forever.
Yeah.
What bad experiences have you had with turbulence on the plane?
Well, I've been fairly fortunate, but as we were talking outside, moderate is something becoming a little bit more common, and I don't want to get into the whole climate change stuff, because that's really not my field. But I've noticed over these years that I've been flying, 40 plus years now, more than that, that something is a little stranger out there, I mean, more intensity or more often on the turbulence. The airplane is designed, nothing is going to happen. Although, I'm not going to lie, there have been 1 or 2 cases in the past that extreme turbulence, like that one that I was going to tell you, and that usually happens primarily if you are not paying attention and you get yourself into a big thunderstorm. It can't tear the wings off. It can. But the airplanes are designed, the testing they go through is to withstand all that. Now, of course, it's not uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for us too, because, I'm thinking about the people in the back, and people that are scared, you always keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, sure.
So,
So you're a pilot that really care for the passengers. You want to make sure that they had a good, pleasant flight.
I pride myself in that, and I think all of us do,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You know what happened? It must be a bad experience being in the plane with a lot of trouble. You, Shelly, you were airline stewardess. I'm sure you experienced a little bit of that yourself.
Yeah, but nothing really bad, you know. And then, me, I was like singing to them and stuff, trying to calm them down. I would get out there and do a little performance whenever it was turbulent, just trying to make people laugh.
Well, let me tell you something. Me as an ex-fighter, amateur and professional fighter, there was a little turbulence in that ring too, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get hit with some punches. Some guys are taking too many punches. They say, when is this going to end? They feel like they're in a plane with turbulence. It's all punches that are hitting you upside your head, you know.
Yeah.
And you feel like, wow, what's happening?
Yeah.
But thank God I never hit the canvas. I never got hurt. But I know a lot of fighters that took a lot of punishment. I mean, I refereed some of the greatest fights, you know.
Yeah.
For so many years, I've been refereeing some of the greatest fights. But Mike Tyson, he used to bang those guys. I refereed Mike Tyson on 8 different occasions. I remember when he knocked out Larry Holmes. I remember when he knocked out Jerry Waller. He fought so many great fighters. When he was knocking out everybody, it's about everybody in the heavyweight division. Those guys, you see a lot of those guys today, they're not the same anymore. You know, boxing is a tough sport. I say the name of the game is hit, don't get hit.
Yeah.
You know, some fighters, they train them to be slug and bang it out there. It's not good for your head. I mean, too many punches to the head is no good. But talking about fighting and getting back into the normal lifestyle, Greg, you are my champion. I mean, you really have come back a long ways. You made it back again. You know, that's important. You know? And I look at Jurgen here, who's a retired pilot. And man, who knows? I probably was a passenger on one of your planes.
Could be.
Because I've been to Germany many times. Referee championship fights up there.
Yeah.
But
God, can you imagine if we ever flew together? We'd have so much fun. Yeah.
So now that you are ready to, you packed it in already for sure. You still thinking about maybe doing a private lessons, like a certified private instructor?
I'm thinking about it, but I did, because it just happened. The retirement. I want to give myself a little bit adjustment time. And that's probably get all my ducks in a row. Like I haven't signed up for Medicare and Social Security and the other
pension plans and all that.
Pension plans, yeah. But I need to get that ball rolling because I don't want to be. At least have it in place.
So at least January, February, you kind of look at, you can see a better picture of where you're going in life.
Yeah, but right now, with the holidays coming up, I'm just going to leave that one alone and wait till after the first of the year.
They gave you a special little ceremony when you retired. I saw it on Facebook, right?
Yeah, my daughter, both of my daughters
Rick,
filmed
I think we might have a picture of that as well. I'm not sure.
It was,
we have a picture there of
Jurgen, when he was
video,
with the other officers, I think. And that was great. I remember seeing that.
There we go.
There it is.
Okay, that's that was a crew picture that a mechanic or some ground guy that was. He took it, because they wanted that picture, I think, and for me too. So,
you must feel very, very proud of yourself, knowing that you made so many great accomplishments in your life. Coming from where you came from, way back in the days, and you came up to this level where you are today. Now you're looking at the whole world, say, "What's my next move now?"
That's the exciting part.
That's the exciting part.
What's
the next move?
People say,
next step,
okay,
what's the next chapter of your life?
I like to call it. Well, I closed this book. I'm starting a new book with a couple of more chapters there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way I look at it.
And that's good for you too, Greg. Creating a book with different chapters of your life.
Yes.
We all have different chapters.
Yeah.
I know Shelly does, and I do too. We say, if this is the last one, no, I think I got one more to go. I say my last chapter is going to be my best one. But that's the way life is. We have to try to be caring and giving and loving for everybody out there. Some people just want to think about themselves. I don't think about just myself. I think about you guys out there. We care. All of us here. We care about people out there. You got 2 beautiful daughters, and you got a couple of stepchildren, and 2 of your own. Back in how many you have? 2 and 2, right?
Yeah, 2 and 2.
Well, what should you do? 2 and 2. What should you do? It's a strike or a ball. What do you do? But that's a good thing in life, that you create a nice, beautiful family now, and they look up to you and say, Dad, we're so proud of you, of your accomplishment, what you created. And your daughters look at you, say, Pop, you made it, huh? You got one in San Diego, one in Las Vegas with you.
Here,
and now they look at you and say, Pop, you did it. You made it.
They did.
You made it your accomplishment. Now, what do we do next? You don't want to say, let's go shopping for a wheelchair. You say, let's go shopping for a heavy bag. I'm going to stop punching. The guy's making a comeback now. Shelly, you got beautiful children back east?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I got to make a shout out to one of my best friends in the world. Her name is Nina, and she's responsible for Greg being on the show today. She told me about him, and I said, Joe's going to love to have him on the show. So I'm so happy that she did that. So,
Thank you,
hey,
Nina.
Nina.
Let me tell you, I'm so proud of you because, I grew up in a neighborhood where a lot of individuals went to drugs. You know, I got into boxing at the age of 15, but there were so many individuals in my neighborhood in Spanish Harlem in Manhattan, where I was born and raised. And there were so many individuals, I'd see the guys shooting up needles in the hallway. They have a belt tied around the needle, and smoking pot, and they were drinking for it, then they were smoking pot, they were doing heroin and cocaine, and those guys, half of those guys are all dead today, you know?
Yeah.
And very few of them are still around. And I'm glad you were able to get out, and you didn't want to go 6 feet under, because you know, when you talk about going low, you don't want to go any lower than what you were, and you went back up. So that's a good thing. You know, viewers out there, look at the gentleman here, Greg. He looks like a young top up-and-coming fighter. He's built, he's in good shape, he's ready to go forward and pay it forward. Pay it forward is very important, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what do you do about paying it forward? What do you do these days with paying it forward besides the water?
Besides the water, I speak to kids, I help people who teamed up with a young man who lives here now. He was incarcerated for 25 years. Now that he's out, he has a nonprofit called Second Lap. Lap stands for Life After Prison, and he helps people get reacclimated once they are released from incarceration.
Yeah.
And the other give back is my own brother. He has his own nonprofit called Jaffe. It's called Jaffe Life, and they also give back. They feed people at Thanksgiving. They do different things to financial literacy. There's always ways to give back.
So pretty soon they'll be calling his Sober Jaffe.
That's right. That's right.
Sober Jaffe.
That's right.
So anyway, but now here you are. Now we're all here together to show our caring ways to individual viewers out there. You know, those who want to be a pilot. Look at this man here. What a man. He's amazing. You know, I see him every Saturday night at Lola's. We go there, I see him there, we have a little fun.
Yeah.
We sit together, we talk, we meet a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And you, Greg, I'm glad that we met you. Hopefully we start seeing you around Lola's on Saturday night
yeah.
where
Yeah.
Shelly and Wesley perform
Yeah.
from 6 to 10 p.m. every Saturday night. We have a lot of fun there. It's like a family place.
It is.
You go there, you say, oh my God, it's like a family.
Yeah.
Everybody didn't know about this place before.
Yeah.
You got Tammy and
Carlos, yeah.
Tammy and Carlos.
They're very good hosts.
They're very hosts. They own the
Donna,
place.
she's there every week too.
Yeah, and Donna.
Colleen, Paul, we could go on,
Yeah, we
right?
have so many friends. We got Bob and so many individuals come there.
Yeah.
I mean, all kinds of people. You gonna say to yourself, "Oh my God, Joe, how come I didn't meet these people before?"
Right.
Yeah.
The people you're gonna be around with.
Right.
This guy's the best to be around with. He has a lot of fun. He's caring. Everybody knows him. Everybody hugs him, and he says, "Joe, you know, maybe one day I'll remarry again." Because right now I think you're single right now, right?
I'm single.
You single?
Single.
Single engine or two engine?
No, man, I prefer two engines.
Okay.
Oh my Lord. Oh yeah, Joe, I'd like to remind everybody too, besides being at Lola's on Saturday, we're going to be at Miller's Tavern on Friday, which is in the Del Webb community up in Summerlin. So we perform there once in a while too. And it's always the same people come around to see us from Lola's. They'll be there too. So shout out to everybody. We'll see you Friday at Miller's and Saturday at Lola's.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and I also want to say a shout out to my good friend Rick Manning. Rick Manning is the
Absolutely.
engineer at the studio. Rick Manning, you know, he's doing such a great comeback. He's gone through some health issues recently, but he's back like brand new. He's ready. He said, "Joe, I'm ready to make a comeback." Every week he said, "Better and better." Today he told me, "Joe, you were right. I'm feeling much better now." That's good to hear that, because Rick is a gentleman. I've been with him for at least 6 years doing my show here. And a couple of years I was doing it on my own. I said one day, I said, "No, I need a real professional. If you want to do a recording, go to a studio, come see Rick Manning right here."
Yeah.
Ads for
TV. Yeah, it's for
Ads
TV.
for TV.
That's the name
Okay.
of it. .com.
.com, and that's where you can see Rick Manning. You can reach out to him, and
Yeah.
he'll put your show together. When I bring people on the show, I say, "Why don't you do a show? Get on the show too." I like to see people be part of a gang. What we do. You go there, you may say, "Joe, you know, I like to say, I want to do my own show here." Well, talk to Rick.
Okay.
I bring most of the guests I bring on my show. I tell them, talk to Rick. Get your own show going. Why not? I'm happy for you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see you guys. Everybody that puts on their own show after being on my show, I'm happy for them. I just love being part of a big family. And Rick has made it all possible for all of us. With that said, my friends, Jurgen,
Thank you, Joe.
I want to
very
thank you
much.
so much for all the years of good service,
Thank you very much.
helping us out. Greg,
sir.
Thank you,
pleasure.
Joe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shelly, we love you. You keep
You
up the
too.
good work. You and Wesley, keep up your work. Saturday night at Lola's from 6 to 10 p.m. We'll see you there. Guys, keep your guards up at all time. And remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up. Here's my champ right here.